Well, today I'm going to try something a little bit different. This is going to be my take on Texas Cowboy Chili. So we're going to see how this goes, but I believe it is going to be delicious. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown up our meat. I'm going to put, I don't know, what would you say, about a tablespoon or so of olive oil. Get things rolling. That's just to kind of keep things from sticking, because we're going to be sauteing our vegetables in the same pan here. I want to keep everything in the same pan together so the flavors will blend and it'll be really nice. Okay, I'm going to start out on high so that we can kind of caramelize the meat and it'll give it a lot better flavor. I'm going to start out with about 2 pounds of chopped sirloin. I like to cut these so that they're more kind of in bite-sized pieces, but however you want to do it is your choice. And get those started in there. Let that get really heated up. Now we're going to start sauteing our vegetables in there. Okay, you don't have to worry about really cooking the meat thoroughly because it's going to be cooking in the chili. And the longer you let chili cook, the better. Like what I have here is kind of an interesting little mix. This is some leftovers. I have some green onions in there that I chopped up. Mostly red and green bell pepper. But I got a poblano pepper in there. Just had to happen to have some leftover poblanos. And if you guys have never tried them, they're just got a really nice taste. So I'm going to guess and say that's maybe about 2 cups of vegetables. We're going to go ahead and add that to our situation here, to our pot. Or at least we're going to try to. Some of them seem to be wanting to escape on me. But that's par for the course with me, I'm afraid, folks. Get back in there. Okay, so we're going to saute those up until they get nice and soft. And they should be pretty good. And then I'm going to show you the secret ingredient right at the end there. Alright. That is actually looking pretty doggone good. And I told you I'd tell you my secret ingredient. Carroll Shelby's chili kit. Man, this stuff is so blasted good. It's just, I mean, you can't really spice it up any better than he could, you know, doing this. So I'm doing it. He usually does it with hamburger, but we're going to do it with the beef. You know, try and do it Texas style as much as humanly possible. Now, I know Texas, you don't put tomatoes. There's no tomato products in a typical Texas chili. But Carroll Shelby's, he calls for a can of tomato sauce. I think this is, and I need to get my eyes examined. This size can. Read on the back of the Carroll Shelby's, that'll tell you. Alright, then we're throwing in a couple of cups of water. Things rolling here. Alrighty. Stir that up a little bit. Kind of get it combined. That's starting to look pretty doggone good already. Well, his kit comes with about everything you need to make a daggone good pot of chili. So, we're going to do it right here. Alright. Next thing you put in is your spice mix. Now, that's his combination of different herbs and spices. We'll try that out. See if it's, I've been making this stuff for years and years and years, and that's a good dang reason too, because it is good eats. Alright. So in goes our spice packet. Just want to put the whole darn thing in there. Stir that up a little bit. Alright, we're going to let that cook for about 15 minutes or so. Then I'll come back and we'll finish her up. Okay, it's been cooking covered for about 15 minutes, which is what he said was the right thing to do. So let's take a look here. Oh yeah, now that looks like chili. That looks like chili. Now, let's stir it up a little bit and see what we got. What do you guys think there? That looks pretty doggone good, I'd say. Wow, that looks really good. See, that's looks like chili. The vegetables have kind of falling apart or gotten tender. You know, I'm a Southerner. We don't like we don't like crispy vegetables. But the one thing I do like to do is add a little masa flour in there. It comes with the kit, and this masa flour I think thickens up my chili, which I prefer a thicker chili. But on top of all of that, I think it kind of gives it a good flavor. So I'm going to crank that the temperature up just a little bit, and we're going to add a masa flour. Now, if I was making this for myself, I would dump in this entire packet of cayenne. But I found that, you know, if you're making it for other people, or maybe you're not in the mood that night that you have it, I usually freeze these things, and we, you know, have them a little bit later. And so that way, I mean, you can make them the way that you want them. I'm a fan of the McElhenney's, you know, Louisiana hot sauce. It's just my thing. And I just add that in there as I need to. Okay, we're starting to get a little temperature there. I cranked it up to about 5, by the way. So let's put in our masa flour. You mix it up with about a half a cup of water. I didn't really measure, so it's probably closer to a cup of water, but it'll be fine. And you just dump the whole thing in there. You don't even have to worry about, you know, pouring it in or trying to be fancy or anything. Just dump all the masa flour in there. I believe masa flour comes from a I'm guessing I think it comes from a cactus, but I'm not absolutely sure. You know, this goes way back to the early parts of chili. It's a really interesting story about chili. I think it was I don't know, you look it up. You look it up. You guys see what you think. It's a real interesting story, though. And that looks like some good chili right there. Oh yeah, starting to thicken up a little bit. So I'm gonna let that simmer for about, oh, I don't know, until I get ready to eat, I guess. It's pretty early yet. It's only 4:45. So I'm gonna let that simmer up for a little bit. See if it'll thicken. I guess everybody knows that you know you can't. It's hard to make something thicken if the lid is on it. So we're gonna leave that as it is. But all right, I'll be right back, and we're gonna check this chili out, and I'll do a little taste test for everybody. Be right back. Well, there you go, all dished up, and it has to be as good tasting as it looks because it is beautiful. I'm going to take a little taste test without any cheese or anything. Really, I don't think you typically put cheese on Texas chili. Did you guys have a chance to go and Google the history of chili? It's a pretty weird story. But let's give this stuff a try here. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Oh man. Now, I'm going to have to add a little Tabasco for my taste. But I'm making this chili for some other people that might not like it quite as spicy as I do. But that is really good. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of cheese here. This is a Mexican 4-cheese spread, or 4-cheese mix rather. And I'm kind of partial to that. I'd gotten it for another dish, but just didn't feel like videotaping something I'd never done before. My goodness gracious. I cannot wait to sit down and enjoy this. Well, that looks like my thumbnail right there, folks. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little Cowboy Chili, Cowboy Texas Chili I made here. It's really delicious. If you have any, it's well worth doing. What I did was a top sirloin. Comes with butcher box. I know you guys know that I'm butcher box fanatic, and so I added that in there, chopped it up real nice. I like bite-sized pieces, and it's just absolutely delicious. So, folks, if you liked this video, push the like button. If you didn't like this video, push the like button anyway. And please subscribe to my channel. Please, please, please subscribe to my channel. I need subscribers, folks. All right, this is Dr. J signing off.